Well, we're going to get to that. But my name's Jack Barton. I'm from the Grateful Guitars Foundation. And before we even start, I want to thank Just Harvest and the Cause for letting us come here and present a couple of gifts tonight. One of them you're looking at. But what Grateful Guitars is it was founded out in the San Francisco Bay Area by a man named Andy Logan, who is such a deadhead. I would put him up against any one of you, no matter how many shows, how much you love it, how much you love the whole jam band community, and it's an important part of his life. And as he got to find out what these players who are trying to keep this music alive go through, just to play for you, and honestly, how little money most of them make, he made it his mission to help keep this sense of community, this loving group of people together for generations to come, and wanted to help the younger musicians coming up be able to recreate this music, and figured the best way he could do that would be by forming this foundation, and the other members of the board share his passion, as do I, to gift the appropriate gear, whether it's in upgrades, beautiful replicas like this, backline gear, to keep this community together and growing for generations. But we also have another mission at Grateful Guitars, and you can learn more about Grateful Guitars just by going over to the table back there and saying hi to Ellie, who helps make so much at Grateful Guitars happen. But if we're going to be giving instruments to keep this music played, and after all music heals people. All music brings people together, right? So we want to keep that happening, especially in today's world where there's so much division, to keep, to borrow a word, fostering this sense of community. And so we decided we needed to help train musicians coming up. With so many schools dropping the arts over the last 40 years, we decided it would be a good part of our mission to support organizations that are offering music education to underserved youth. And so when we travel around the country, like we came into Pittsburgh tonight to give Eric this guitar, we also want to leave something for the rest of the community, and we look for a local organization that is serving your community, bringing music education to youth. And you have an organization in this town called Fostering Music. You will hear more about it in just a second, but the general gist of it is they go into the foster care system, find children interested in music who are going through so much without their own homes, and offer them instruments and then education throughout the rest of their youth. So before you hear more about the organization, and this is Christy Stitt, who founded that organization, it's her brainchild. Inside this envelope, we have a check from Grateful Guitars for $5,000. And on behalf of everyone who works with Grateful Guitars, Andy Logan, our whole board, we would like to present this to you so that you can continue your work here in Pittsburgh, making this a better place for the youth of Pittsburgh.
Okay. Thank you to Jack and Ellie and Grateful Guitars, and I'd also like to thank the folks from the Cause. I think it was about 2.5 years ago, I was standing right here. We had a concert for Kip Lieber and in his honor, and once again the Cause has come up and nominated us to be the recipient of this fantastic donation, and this is going to provide 200 lessons for kids in Western Pennsylvania. So, and I could talk forever about the benefits, of providing music to the kids in the foster program, but I think one of the things Jack mentioned, and that what strikes me is one of the benefits I never thought of when I started the organization was that we provide them a way to have a community. They get a community with their instructors, with their bandmates, with other people that love music. And I think you all show that what a great community the music environment is. And thank you all for helping us to continue that on with the next generation.
All right, I'm going to get out of your face, but before I do that, we do have an important step left here. So I'm going to introduce to you the man who nominated Pappy to be a Grateful Guitars recipient, himself. Honestly, one of my dearest and closest friends and one of the finest human beings I've ever met in my life. From Dark Star Orchestra, Mr. Jeff Mattson.
Thank you, Jack. As Jack mentioned, I am a beneficiary of the largesse of the Grateful Guitars Foundation. They've been so kind to me. And when I thought of who could really use a really nice Jerry Garcia guitar, this guitar was made by a guy named Mike Moriarty. I'm sorry, Matt Moriarty, and it's built to the specifications exactly of Jerry's Wolf guitar that he played in 1973, 74, and 78, and later on with the MIDI on it. But it's a beautiful guitar, and I couldn't think of anybody who's more deserving of it than Eric. Eric embodies the idea Eric keeps the Grateful Dead spirit alive in Pittsburgh with the Cause, Rubens painted mandolin, his solo gigs, his duo gigs, his trio gigs. He's out there working all the time, playing the Grateful Dead, getting better and better all the time, and I just thought, oh man, I'm so happy to see him get this guitar.
Holy crap.
Play it in good health, man.
I'm gonna say a couple words here while I'm trying to put my ears in so I can hear, but I just want to say, again, thank you very much to the Jeff Mattson for nominating me, which in and of itself was an honor, let alone being chosen. And so thank you, Jeff. Thank you to the Grateful Guitars Foundation. What they do is really amazing. And as they were saying, we were here a couple of years ago for Fostering Music, raising money for them when my good buddy Kip passed away. Kipper! And, so he passed away, and we did our best to do some good in his honor. And it's a ripple effect. There's ripple effects everywhere you look. Everything that you do affects somebody or something else, and it's a really, really beautiful thing. David Tauberg started D-Jam. This is my best friend, Dave Tauberg, right here. And he's the reason we're here. And, this thing started off 24 years ago. 23, 20, he doesn't remember. He was in his 50s then.
That's math.
40s. You were in your 40s back then. Hey, anyway, it became this wonderful, gigantic event. Look at all of you beautiful people. And so D-Jam has grown, and again, Grateful Guitars comes in to sponsor, and there's just love spread everywhere, right? And they're going around the country spreading love. giving these guitar players a chance to play, and they're donating to organizations like Fostering Music. It just goes on, and I can't say enough about the beauty of that ripple effect. And I want to thank all of you guys, seriously, for the past over 20 years here in Pittsburgh, for coming out to see me play. It's really beyond anything I ever expected, you know? So, a couple of cool things. My twin boys are here, Max and Noah. They're up there on the balcony. And it means an awful lot to have them here. And they're here with my mom.
Your mom's here?
My mom is here. She hasn't been out. She hadn't been to a big rock and roll show like this in a little while. So thanks for coming, Mom.
Yeah.
And my beautiful fiance, Lisa. Lisa made this beautiful wrap it's going to be used for this guitar all the time. Handmade, 14 feet of hand-wrapped rope. It's a really beautiful thing, and I love you so very much. Thank you so much. And she wouldn't be in Pittsburgh if it wasn't for the ripple effect. And really, again, it's an amazing thing. So I want to thank you all very, very much again for coming. Thank you, Jeff and Lisa, for coming and singing with us. And so in honor of the ripple effect,